Hey everybody, it's Coach Gabe at ISP. I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm going to give vlogging a little bit of a try. Today is Sunday, March 30th of 2025, and it's kicking off the week of prep to Nationals this summer at the end of June. So I want to try to vlog all of my prep for Nationals. So never done this before. We're going to see how it goes, see if I can keep it up through the whole Nationals process. Welcome to the first week of Nationals prep. I'm going to take you along on my training, my meal planning, stuff in, the daily life of prepping that comes up. Just kind of let you guys see what goes through there, answer questions about why I'm doing what I'm doing, stuff like that, explain the training that I'm doing, what sort of programming I'm following, and everything of that nature. So anyways, I hope you guys are interested in that kind of a thing. If you are, check out the rest of this video, and I'll be, the plan is to do them weekly. So I will every week post a video that's a recap of the week before. So that's the plan. We'll see if I'm able to stick to it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy. See ya. Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, March 31st, a little bit after 5:30 in the morning. This just starts the beginning of prep for Nationals. So I'm gonna get some breakfast going. I gotta be at work in about an hour. But I prepped most of my meals yesterday. I was gonna film more of it, but it was boring, so I stopped. But I'm gonna get breakfast going here, and then we're gonna get this day started. First training day of Nationals prep is today, so looking forward to it. So this is breakfast, that Jimmy Dean breakfast thing. I usually makes about 2 meals for me. I split it up, so I'm gonna eat half of it for breakfast this morning. I'll eat the other half on my next high carb day, which will be on Wednesday. And you could make this yourself without the packet, but Jimmy Dean pack just makes it real easy. So I'm just gonna enjoy this and then head to work. All right, second meal of the day, Monday. I've got pasta, chicken, some pasta sauce, do a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. That's it. I'm gonna basically, at least 2 of my meals today are gonna be this, maybe 3. I'm gonna be home for when I make my last meal of the day. Well, the last 2 meals of the day. So I've got a bunch of these prepped so I can eat them. Since I have the time, I might make something fresh or whatever, but this is the plan. This is one of my heavier training days, so I'll eat carbs on this day. Wednesday will also be a heavier training day, eat carbs on that day. And then Saturday is a heavy, like, strongman day. But I'll train in the morning on Saturday, whereas Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'll train in the afternoons. So even though my Friday training day might not be that heavy, I'm actually going to eat my heavy carb meal on Friday, or carb meals on Friday, so that way it's in my system for Saturday morning. And then so 3 days a week I'll be eating higher carb stuff like this. The other 4 days out of the week I'll be eating much lower carb. I don't eat zero carbs. I don't track anything really. I kind of just do hand measurements and stuff. And I'll be tracking my body weight. I forgot to weigh myself this morning, so starting tomorrow I'll weigh myself, track the averages to see how it's going. And then I'll just adjust this stuff up and down as I go to make sure I lose weight, because I do have to lose some weight. Coming into my rest week, which was before I started trying this vlogging thing, my average was hovering right around 285. I got to be down to 275, so I got 10 pounds to go in 13 weeks. So it should be no problem, should be fine. And then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this. I got a client coming in about 15 minutes, so I'll eat this and then get ready for them to be here. Meal 2 done. I'm gonna work out. I got 2 clients. I'm gonna get my workout in. Then I'll be at home for the day working on stuff and eating some more meals, but see you at the workout. All right, it's workout time. I got a lower body day. Most of the work is lower body stuff with some heavy log. I'll probably talk more specifically about my programming at some point, but I think I have a technical issue with log not progressing the way that I want it to, so I'm going to be doing log 3 times a week, cycling through heavy, medium, light percentages, just to get more time under the implement. We'll see how that goes for like 6 weeks, and if that puts me in the right direction, I'll keep doing it. If not, I'll go back to kind of what I was doing before. But today, most of the work today is lower body squat focused, and then just with heavy log sprinkled in there. So mixing up some pre-workout, just a pre-workout, your normal. This is bucked up. I don't even know if it's good. One of my friends left this here, so maybe it's awesome, maybe it isn't. I don't know. And then Coach Lauren, who works with me, she is a rep for Raw Nutrition. So we got pump 2, just like a pump enhancer for some of the volume stuff for my legs. I like to have it in there. And then creatine. Don't ask me to endorse any of these. I don't really know. They're around, so I use them. I see some benefit when I use stuff like this. So I think it helps more than it hurts. I don't think it hurts at all. But anyway, I'm gonna go for a walk to get this warm started. Jump right into it. finished up the squat first part thing. I'm gonna switch to my heavy overhead next, give my legs a little bit of a break, and then so we got heavy overhead, then the rest of it after that. So that's it for the heavy upper. I got just a few things left for lower body, but man, that log whooped my ass. It wasn't even, percentage-wise, wasn't that heavy, but I don't know. I really am trying to play around with my form on the heavy log. I think that's part of my problem. So I'm gonna be experimenting with push presses, trying to maybe incorporate more of a jerk motion. Just figure out where I feel really comfortable, spending the time to find which is gonna be more comfortable for me, and then just really just hammering that motion, whichever one I decide is gonna be the best. I've never spent the time to lock in how I really feel best doing that movement. It's always kind of feel best in the day, whatever means necessary, get it going. I just need to be a little bit more consistent to put up some bigger numbers. So maybe that whipped my ass because I had a week off last week and haven't done, it's been 3 weeks since I've done heavy log. Or maybe I'm just being a wimp, who knows, but that beat me up a lot harder, more than I thought it was going to. Anyways, got a few more leg things I'm gonna set up for, knock them out, and then be out of here, go home. Depending on when I get home, I might eat again or I might wait an hour or so, we'll see how I'm feeling hunger-wise when I get back to the house. All right, gonna finish the rest of this workout and try to get out of here. So that's it for today's workout. Took me about 2 hours. I'm still getting used to filming everything this way. I'm used to filming like my top sets, but filming everything. So it took a bit longer. Once I kind of streamline the process, it'll be faster, I think. And I'll learn to talk less about everything and more just about information that's actually important instead of just jabbering. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done with work for the day. I'm gonna head home, rest up. I got some stuff to do around the house. I got 2 more meals to get in, so I'll be checking in when I eat those meals. See you guys. Hey everybody, it's Tuesday, April 1st. So today is a rest day as far as gym training goes. So on my rest days, you'll see as we go here, I am going to get a lot more walks, and I usually try to take a walk every single day around this little loop that's by where my work is. But I'm going to try to get a couple walks in on these rest days more than I do on a normal day. Also some mobility work, some stuff I do with a rice bucket for my forearms and some grip training. That's kind of what I want to try to fill my rest days up with. So you guys will see some of that. Also, so I'm doing kind of like carb cycling. Today's a low carb day. In addition to being a low carb day, I also kind of fast. No specific reason. I just don't really have that big of an appetite in the morning. The reason that I eat breakfast first thing when I wake up on those higher carb days is because I need those calories in before I have my training session early afternoon. So I want to make sure I have lots of energy for that. But on a natural day, I don't have a huge appetite when I wake up in the morning. So I just wait until I get hungry. So it'll probably be around lunchtime, maybe early afternoon before I eat today. And it won't be 0 carb, but it'll be lower carb than the other days were. I mean, if I feel like I need something, I've got some low carb snacks and stuff like that. Like I got some meat sticks, or I'll do cheeses or hard boiled eggs or something. So if I decide to do any of that, you'll see it. Otherwise, I'll get the footage of my mobility work and stuff like that, and I'll show you guys my first big meal when I actually sit down to eat that. Hope your guys' week is going good. Catch you next one. All right, here we are for lunch. I got salad. I did one of these pre-packaged salads. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. This is my veggies for like 3 days because I don't like eating veggies very much. And this ginormous steak. So I'm gonna eat both of these. This is gonna be my lunch. First meal of the day so far. It's about 2 p.m. I had some coffee with some creamer this morning, but that's all I really had today. So this will be my first main meal. If I'm hungry later, I'll eat some more, trying to keep it relatively low carb again. You know, I put all the croutons and all the stuff that come with the salad, all the good tasting stuff. I went ahead and put it in here. So I'm not going like 0 carb, just less than on a normal day. So if I eat another meal, I'll try to get some video of that, but this is it for lunch. morning. A little bit of a later start this morning, but we're still going to have time to get everything in. So I'm heading to work. I've got breakfast and my, lunch number 1 with me. I'll eat both of those before I train early this afternoon. So today is a all upper body focused, I think, if I remember correctly. It's written down in my notebook. I have to look at it. But we're going to hit some log again. I'm going to be hitting log 3 times a week. So I hit heavy log on Monday. We're going to be hitting log again today. I think it's like light speed log today. And then we'll hit like high rep volume log on Friday. But yeah, I think it's this light speed log today, and then some other upper body accessories. So I want to try to get at least 2 of my 4 planned meals in before I work out, then 1 right after, and then 1 more right before I go to bed. On Monday, I only ate 3 of my 4 meals. I just wasn't hungry. And there can be an argument made that, like, performance-wise, I need to get all the meals in no matter what, stuff like that. The argument that I kind of make for myself right now is my performance is still increasing on everything that it needs to, but I still need to lose some weight. So if I'm not hungry, I'm not going to eat to try to get my weight down. I would rather get down to where I need to be ahead of time and then coast than feel like I'm making a sprint right at the finish. There's plenty of people who do cuts right at the end, and that might be more effective. I've never really cut lots of weight, so I've been involved in weight class sports almost my entire competitive sport career. I was a wrestler in high school and college, and then I got into strongman, but I've always been in the heaviest weight class. I've never really had to cut weight. So I cut weight last year to make heavyweight as opposed to super heavyweight, and I ended up cutting a lot right at the very end. Part of that was I kind of got to like a sticking point, like I was like 6 pounds over and just kind of got stuck. And then I also got the flu like 3 days before that competition. Still was able to compete, got second there, but like felt terrible. And so obviously probably a huge part of why I felt terrible was because I got the flu, but also my brain is like, maybe you also felt terrible because you were like trying to cut weight at the very last minute because you didn't cut gradually enough over a long enough period of time. So this time I'm trying to get down there, kind of more in advance, see if I can then comfortably sit down there in maintenance for a little while. So that way it's not like a dramatic cut right before I get there and need to weigh in. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes over this next 12, 13 weeks. But yep, it's Wednesday, almost to work. I'm gonna sit down, eat my breakfast with my first clients, and then get that second meal in, and then around 1 or 2, I'll be hitting a workout. See you guys. Number 2, pasta again. I prepped a whole bunch of these, so a lot of my meals are going to be this, especially if I'm not at the house, because they're already ready to go. If I'm at the house, I like to cook food fresh, but otherwise, I'll be eating a lot of these this week. Don't normally eat a lot of pasta. Some roommates moved out, left a whole bunch of pasta behind. Figured I'll just use it up before I go buy a bunch of new stuff, so that's why I got it. All right, done with clients for the day here. I'm done with clients for the day. Coach Lauren, I think, has a few this afternoon, but I am done. So I'm gonna get a workout in, pre-workout. So just like earlier this week, basically the exact same thing, exact same stack, only I'm using this as the pre-workout, the stimulant. I don't like this at all. It was free though. One of my roommates You know, he's the type of guy that like when he gets into something, he gets like all the way, buys all this stuff, goes all out. So he got really into working out. He was working out all the time. He bought, you know, cases of protein shakes, bulk stuff of pre-workout stuff like that. Decided wasn't for him. Decided he was going to phase it out, and just kind of was like, yeah, you can just have all the stuff. So now I've got all this stuff left over. That's like, well, I'm gonna just run through it all before I go buy anything else. Even though I would not buy this, I don't think it tastes very good, but it does. It gives you all the tingles that you want your pre-workout to do. I know some people really like this brand in the fitness world. I don't think it tastes good. So I do enough things in the day that don't taste good because they're good for me, that this doesn't need to be one of them. So I won't buy that again, but it's free, so I'm gonna use it. Then creatine, and then the pump product. We got an upper body day today. I think all upper body. I don't think there's anything else in there, but okay. All right. Gonna get this mixed up. Gonna go walk for start my warm up. I like doing a walk outside. It's kind of like the beginning of my warm up. Gets me out in the sun a little bit and gives me something to look at while I'm walking around. So, all right, catch you guys at the workout. Oh man, that lasted a long, but got away from me. I just rushed and got in a bad position. Anyway, moving on to the rest. Oh my God. Anybody who's ever worked out to failure knows. You can feel like the line is way down, way ahead of you. The finish line's way down there. And then you just hit a wall. I just got buried. But that's fine. We know how to safely get out of it, so we're all good. All right, here we go. that's it. We're done for today. This one wore my ass. I got 2 more meals if I eat everything I'm supposed to, so I'll see you back for those. Have a good afternoon, guys. Okay, so for meal 3, I'm doing breakfast for dinner. So I did some potatoes, bacon, a couple eggs, a little bit of cheese, and some toast. So this is the 3rd meal. If I am able to, I'll try to get the 4th meal in. I'm behind on meals today. But if I'm hungry, I'll try to get the 4th meal in. What's up, everybody? It is Thursday, April 3rd. This is a rest day from lifting. So it's also a low carb day as far as food goes. I'm out here for my 2nd walk of the day, drinking some water. I had an apple and some these like turkey snack sticks earlier, but I was working with some clients at the time, so I didn't get any footage of that. And then I'm gonna have a salad and steak for lunch. There'll be a clip of that in here. I've got a protein shake in the fridge at work. I'll be working until 7, so I might need to have that, or maybe some more of those turkey sticks to hold me over until I go home and maybe eat something for dinner. But it's going good. After the 2nd walk, I might try to get some mobility work in and a rice bucket in, like I shot some video for on Tuesday. We'll see how that goes, but pretty uneventful day. It's kind of a recovery, trying to keep my steps really high, but recover and be ready to go for our lift on Friday. Be another high carb day, because we got the lift Friday, and then we got Strongman event day Saturday morning. So going to keep the carbs high all day Friday, and for at least the first meal on Saturday, to make sure I got plenty of energy going into that Strongman session. So hope you guys are having a good week, and let's keep this momentum. How's it going? It is Friday, the 4th of April. Got a late start this morning. We had an appointment this morning. So had to go get that knocked out of the way. I'm behind on meals and stuff like that, but it's fine. We're going to catch up. I'm not super concerned about the timing. In a perfect world, you know, the timing would be lined up great, but as long as I get the food in, that's the most important thing. So I've got an afternoon block of clients. It's about to start here, but in about an hour. Just got a workout to get in today. I got heavy deadlifts, some other back and some log today, and then we got strongman events on Saturday tomorrow. So I'm going to try to get a lot of this workout done within the next hour before my my afternoon block of clients starts. So I'm drinking a quick little energy drink, and then we're gonna jump right into it. So I'm hoping if I can get the deadlift all done here, then it'll kind of be a really nice kind of split, because then a lot of the rest of the work is upper back stuff, and then the volume work for the log. So if I have to divide it in half, I'll get my lower body warmed up, get the deadlifting done, then I can do kind of that upper body stuff after I finish up my afternoon block of clients here. So we're gonna just jump right into it. We got heavy deadlifts, so I'm gonna warm up and get after it. All right, I got the heavy deadlift portion done. Also just a bunch of upper back stuff and the volume log. So I got a client coming in soon, so I'm gonna walk over and get lunch. There's this awesome Cuban place right by my gym here. Walk over there, get lunch. It's about the size of 2 meals. So that'll pretty much be close to catching me back up with what I'm supposed to eat today. And then I'll eat my normal dinner when I'm home tonight. But I'll do the second half of this. I got 2 clients, then I have an hour break before my last client of the day. So I'll do the upper back and the log in that hour break. Then I'll be able to go home when I'm done working like I planned. I want to stay late. All right. I'm gonna walk over there, get some food now. This place is awesome. The food's so good. It's one of my favorite places. I spend way too much money over there, but that's what we're gonna grab for lunch. All right. Got a couple minutes here before my client comes in, but it's a place called Cafe Havana. It's within walking distance of my gym. you know, they got stuff on the menu, but the best thing to do is get their lunch plates. Look at this. So this thing's hefty. You get to pick. They got fried yuca, boiled yuca, or sweet plantains. I got the fried yuca. They usually have a couple kinds of rice. They had white and yellow rice today. I went to yellow rice. And then they have multiple meat choices. I went with the roast pork with onions. Then you get to choose your beans, black beans, or usually it's black beans and then some of the other thing rotates. But I got chickpeas. Sorry, I'll show you that without spilling it. But this is incredible. I love eating here. So this is probably, oh, then I got a Coke. This is probably equivalent to 1.5, 2 of my divided up meals on carb days. So I'm gonna eat this. This is my first meal today. I'm a little bit behind, but this will pretty much catch me up. And then I can eat 1 or 2 more. Ideally I would eat 4, but this one's big and it's later in the day. So I'll probably just eat 1 more, and it might be a little bit bigger than normal, but not as big as like 2 more meals. I'm gonna dig into this. I got a client coming in soon, so hopefully I'll get this finished before they get here. And then after a couple clients, I'll do that second half of the workout, and hopefully that'll be enough time for this to settle. I'll be able to get through that. Okay, so I'm gonna dig in. All right, I'm gonna get the second portion of my workout in. Here I'm using a non-stim. I actually do really specifically like this one. Again, Coach Lauren got this for us here through Raw. The flavor's good. When I work out in the afternoon like this, later in the afternoon, I like to take this, especially if I've already drank caffeine in the morning. You know, I already had the pre-workout, or if I already had like a bunch of coffee or something like that. I'll try to do a non-stim if I think I'm getting to too much caffeine for the day. I try to not go super crazy with my caffeine intake. It's consistent. I drink some caffeine most every day, which is, you know, not the best, but I try to not be like, you know, over 400 milligrams of caffeine every single day. I try to keep it as low as I can. So having a non-stim like this is awesome. So hopefully I should be able to rock through this this portion of the workout in time for to be done for my 3 o'clock client, and I'll be done for the day. But cheers. wasn't quite able to finish all of it. Just some accessory stuff. I ran out of time, but that's all right. Got the main work in, and my back is toasted right now. But good workout today. Good food. That Cuban food was delicious. Tomorrow is event day, so I'll be here in the morning doing some yoke, some frame, and some stones. So I'll be eating at least one more time tonight. I'll see you guys then. And then just resting up and being ready for events tomorrow morning. What's up, everybody? It is Saturday, April 5th. Getting ready for event day. We got yoke, some frame carrying, some stones. I gotta get set up out here in the back lot. I don't have quite a long enough runway in here to do what I want to do. So I gotta get set up back here. Luckily I got plenty of space back here. Problem is there's an incline. It doesn't get flat till out there. So I gotta move all the equipment out there, move all the plates out there. Luckily it is a light day. So we're going for speed. So I don't have to carry out the heaviest poundages. So, and then also moving all that stuff out there will serve as my warm-up. So we're gonna get after that. I woke up, wasn't very hungry, so I didn't eat breakfast this morning. Again, I'm trying to lose weight, so if I'm not hungry, I'm just not gonna eat. But I will need to eat after this workout and get some carbs in. I think we might be going out for a big carb meal after this. We haven't decided where yet, but I'll take you guys along for that. But I'm gonna start off with the yoke. All right, yoke's done, frame's done. Got to get this cleaned up, do a little bit of stones, and I'll be heading out of here for a big carved up meal. I'm hoping we get Mexican food. Haven't decided yet, but I'm calling it. I'm calling Mexican. We'll see. Time to get this cleaned up, get out of the sun, get in my bay back there, and do some stones. Well, I was wrong. We did not go get Mexican food. Still plenty of carbs.